Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Now, Denis Suarez, will he be joining Arsenal this week? It's been the hot rumour all weekend that Denis Suarez of Barcelona, the midfielder who's much in demand by Arsenal, will be joining Arsenal this month. Now, very significantly, he was left out of Barcelona's squad to play Getafe last night, a game in which Barcelona won. And that was seen as very, very significant because obviously teams do this if a player's about to move. They don't want to risk that player. They don't want that player getting injured in the game, something that could scupper the move. So following that, there was lots and lots of talk flying around the place that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. He's going to move to Arsenal this week. However, there's also been rumours flying around that Barcelona are not willing to sell him in January and that he'll be staying put at Barcelona. Now, I don't know. It seems to be a lot of posturing going on here by Barcelona. Seems to be that Barcelona are playing a bit of hardball. I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that Barcelona would like to get a certain amount of money in for him, rumoured to be around about anything from about 15 to 20 million pounds. Barcelona would like to get a fee for him, whereas Arsenal prefer a loan move. Arsenal, of course, how we got to look at these things is that Arsenal are restricted by financial fair play, which means that you can't spend more on wages and fees than the more sort of money that you're bringing in. And with the restricted amount of money that Arsenal are getting now that they're not in the Champions League, that does hinder them under FFP. And Arsenal are said to prefer a loan move till the end of the season, with then an option to then purchase Denis Suarez fully. Now, I don't know, it seems to be a lot of negotiation going on behind the scenes, but certainly I think it is quite significant the fact that Denis Suarez did not play last night in that game against Getafe for Barcelona, and the fact that he was left out of the squad completely, and we know that he's been a squad player. So let's really keep our eyes on this one this week, because it does look like Denis Suarez could be on his way to Arsenal this week. I'd say at the moment it's looking 70-80% sure that it's going to happen. But who knows when it comes to these sort of deals. As I said, Barcelona playing a bit of hardball, and this is what happens to get the biggest amount of money you can possibly get, and who blame them? We'd want Arsenal to do the same. Cengiz Under. Now, I mentioned this guy a few days ago. He plays for Roma. He plays up front for Roma, 21, so he's only still very young, and we know that Arsenal are looking at younger players. A Turkish international. Now, Arsenal, according to reports, apparently bid £35 million to try and bring the forward from Roma, which completely contradicts what I was just talking about with financial fair play. And also remembering that at the start of the window, we've been told that Arsenal haven't got a lot of money to spend in this window because of those financial fair play regulations, etc. But the talk is that Arsenal bid £35 million for Cengiz Under, but that's been turned down by Roma. Roma said they want around about £45 million, and also they don't really want to sell him in January. They favour selling him in the summer if they are going to cash in on him. But Cengiz Under, very interested in this one. Again, one that we're going to have to watch. Could this be a deal that does happen eventually in the summer? Let's see what happens with this one. But Cengiz Under, it looks like Arsenal are interested in him. Now, what about Frank Kessie? Frank Kessie is a very, very talented player. Still only 22. Plays for AC Milan. I remember watching him actually playing against us. He's a good player, he is. Cameroon international. Many people kind of compare his style of play to N'Golo Kante. Everyone gets, if you're sort of a dynamic central midfielder, you always get compared to N'Golo Kante. But he's been compared to N'Golo Kante. Now, Arsenal said to be very interested in signing Frank Kessie. Alongside Chelsea are interested in him. Spurs are said to be interested in him. Paris Saint-Germain are said to be interested in him. Listen, he's a very, very good player who's going to get better and better. Now, AC Milan are said to want about 40 million euros for Frank Kessie, so not cheap. But as I said, a lot of outlets saying that Arsenal are very interested in bringing Kessie to the Emirates Stadium. However, again, I don't think this is a deal that could happen in January. If Arsenal are going to go in for him, it's more than likely going to be something that they'll be looking at happening more down in the summer period. But looks like Arsenal at the moment interested in Frank Kessie. James Rodriguez. Now, this guy, real enigma, isn't he? James Rodriguez, Bayern Munich, of course. Previously Real Madrid. We all remember that World Cup where he arrived on the scene scoring that brilliant goal. Seems to have been around forever. Still only 27. Now, he's been linked with a move with Arsenal today. He's said to be a bit unhappy at the moment at Bayern Munich. He's not had a great season. He's been suffering with injuries, had a bit of poor form as well. And the reports coming out of Germany is that he wants a new challenge and that Arsenal are interested in signing him. Now, how much of this is actual fact and how much of this is agent talk, we really don't know. But I don't know. Again, I think that boat sailed a long time ago on James Rodriguez. Whether he's ever going to recapture that really brilliant player that we saw in the World Cup. That was not even the last World Cup, the previous one. I doubt it. And also the valuation that's been put on him of £63 million. I just think there's no way at the moment that Arsenal would be looking to pay £63 million for a James Rodriguez. He is a quality player. He would add something to Arsenal. But right about now, with the situation where we need defenders and centre backs, I just, I've seen the rumour a few places today, but it's one that I just cannot see happening. James Rodriguez. Another player that's been linked with Arsenal this time is Isco. Now, this is another player that was left out of the Real Madrid squad at the weekend. Isco. They got beat actually at home, 2-0 against Real Sociedad. He was left out. There's been a lot of problems for Isco this season. It's not really been going well for him. The new manager doesn't seem to fancy him. Although that new manager's not looking like he's going to be there much longer the way those results are going in Madrid. But Isco, 26 now, top quality player. We all know that. He's a brilliant player, skillful, great at providing assists, scores goals, controls games in the midfield. And Arsenal have been, said to have held an interest in him. Well, we know they've been interested in him for a very long time under Arsene Wenger, but they never seem to move on him. And now, again, being linked with Isco today. Now, we're being told that it would cost around about the £70 million mark. Again, not a deal that could possibly happen in January for Arsenal. So I'm surprised at all the links flying around today, but they are. And then the other thing about it is that I think for any sort of deal like this to happen, for a player like Isco or players of that sort of calibre, Arsenal need to get back into the Champions League. That's why it's vital, I feel, this month. I'm talking about Isco now and these rumours flying around regarding him. Most important thing, I think, for Arsenal, they've got to sort out these defensive positions this month of January so that we can try and get into the Champions League. I think that's going to be vital for our summer transfer policy. Where, let's face it, that's where the big important deals are going to get done for Arsenal. The manager's already said 1 or 2 deals this January transfer window. He's talking about centre-back. He's talking about the possibility of someone who can play out wide. Listen, and he's also said that if something came up that you just couldn't, not go in for, he'll go in for it. You see Arsene Wenger say that a lot. But Isco, never going to happen in January, even though there is a possibility of happening. When you look at these sort of players being available, this is the sort of thing which does drive me a bit mad with Arsenal. Now, I'm not saying that they should be doing this in January, but a player of that quality, if you sniff any availability on a player like that, you go in aggressive with a big offer and say, yeah, we'll take him. And that's just something that Arsenal just not seem to have done over the years. But Isco would be a brilliant signing. I mean, is Isco better than Ozil? Would you have Isco instead of Mesut Ozil? Let's do a poll. Would you sell, if this was possible, would you sell Mesut Ozil if you knew that you could get Isco in exchange? Or a swap deal, Mesut Ozil going to Real Madrid and 40 million for Isco, say. Would you do that? Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe something that maybe Arsenal could put on the table. Or do you think to yourself, Isco's no better than Mesut Ozil? Would really, really love to hear from you. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. We're going to keep you posted on all of the transfers. So make sure you keep it locked here every day for the original Transfer Daily.